Hey, Calvino, forever here. I would love to share an experience that I had today. I was in Sedona, just going to do some of the shops there, just following my heart. And I went into this crystal shop, or not well, it had crystals in it, but like a sound healing shop, playing with Tibetan bowls. I love the antique ones. You can feel the monk's energy that they put into it when they make it. It's unique. But then I went to the New Age store, which I don't care much for that place. But then I went to the Flower of Life store in that, or no, not even the Flower of Life store, another one in that area, and it was like the coolest store ever. Like, there's like these two healers that I don't know if they own the store or whatever, but they weren't there. They had this cool painting on the wall. But it's like the solar body store is like what this guy has these visions of. And so I he had like, I just looked at the picture and like I got an energetic upgrade, and and it kind of explained like what it was. And it's like, okay, I received it, and a leaf blew in the door, and I was like, okay, this is insane, because the leaf is an intuitive message for me. For, I don't know if you've ever watched the Tool music video Parabola, where at the very end he's holding a leaf, or the guy walking through the forest holds a leaf, and like it like engulfs in like energetic fire, and he has like a kundalini experience. And like literally the rest of my day was like that. Actually, I was feeling like that at that moment. But as I looked at this picture, or this photo of like this, they're like solar circuits, so it like cleanses you in a certain way. And then the cashier, this older lady, I was like, I just kind of felt guided, because I don't do this to everyone, but I felt guided to show her my sound healing. I did a big Om from the Universe and did all 144 overtones. And each time I do this, I get higher and higher with it. And I got pretty high there, and I could tell she was about ready to cry. Well, she kind of already was crying. The register or whatever, the money machine thing, said, have a grateful day. A grateful day. And I said that. And then she mentioned something about this other girl that does what I do. And I was like, oh, or actually, she said, there's someone else here that does what you do. And I'm like, oh, what's her name? And she told me her name. I can't remember, but it didn't matter. And like when she said that, I got something that she's Asian. But she didn't even tell me if she was Asian, just like what my intuition told me. Is like, oh, she's Asian. And it kind of sounded like an Asian name, but I can't even remember. But I was going to ask her, but she was starting to cry because of the healing that I gave her. And it must have been really, I mean, people say it's powerful. And it must have struck her when she said, oh, yeah, there's this other person here that does that. And I was like, oh, well, since I said, oh, what's her name? I think it kind of took a minute to click that, like, I intuitively picked up on that, and it surprised her, because, most guys would be like, oh, what's his name? But, I was showing her, or I asked her where she was from, like, the girl that does the overtone singing that she had mentioned. She didn't give me very much information about her. I wanted to ask more, but since she had started to cry, I gave her some space. She said she was from Mount Shasta, and I was like, oh, I'm going to Mount Shasta in a few days for the new moon ceremony. And it must have like clicked something in her that like she like saw that I was connecting these things in my own life, and it sparked like releases and connections in her. So that's really awesome, because it's like I'm leading by example, and that's what's helping people out. But then I showed her some of my Andara crystals and kind of explained about it, and then I left and gave her space because I could see tears coming down her eyes, and you know, I think it's important because me myself, when I have releases, like, you know, I feel fine, you know, crying around people if I have to. But you know what? It's a lot easier to just fully let go when you create your own space. And I like to lay in my bed in the dark like I'm doing right now, and I'm getting a huge energetic upgrade, and it feels great. And so I'm sharing it with you guys, and you know, I feel like it helps to do it like this because um, I don't know. It's like it like helps me connect the inner and the outer. The physical helps me ground these experiences, and so even though it's really important for me to share this with people, it serves me very much to serve you because then it helps me ground these experiences. And then also when I like sound heal people, I can tell that the earth, that Mother Earth has raised in frequency, and the collective humanity has raised in frequency, because the people that I heal lose their densities, remove their densities when I break up their stagnation, and just by like one person letting go of old stagnant energy, I can feel the collective humanity raising in frequency. So, you know, it's important.